Hey, Tommy. Uh. It's time for a haircut. Call Tommy. Gotta call Tommy. I gotta call him, Steve. I gotta call him because the problem is my hair is too long. I got too much hair. I gotta agree. It's a very big hair. We're getting into helmet phase. Helmet. You know? I mean, the average people say, God, what is going on with that? Massive. God's fair. Remember, he gave me an unbelievable helmet. God, he gave me a helmet. He said, I'm gonna give a helmet. Let me see. Let's give out some helmets here. Billy Bush, you get a helmet, a massive helmet. But that's the only thing massive you're going to get. It's just the helmet. Good morning. I've never showered before Morning Mike, and we've done that because we're brought to you by our friends at Benbrook Insurance. Not to mention, we have a meeting today with LA Golf about the renewal. What kind of renewal we'll be doing at Hot Mike's. And before that, the CEO and I are playing a round of golf. Do I let him win today? I always kick his ass, but do I let him win today because it's renewal discussion day? I mean, I got to do what I got to do. If I give up on him, right? I mean, if I just like roll over, I always beat him and I always take tons of money from this guy. But if I roll over and like he wins 400 or 500, I say, you got me. And then we go to the thing. And later on, he's sitting down with his wife for dinner and he realizes, oh, I didn't get him. He got me. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Good morning, everybody. From snowy, cold Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin and I love you. But I got to say, I don't think I'd want to be in Wisconsin right now. Holy shit, there's got to be cold snaps all over the place. Good morning, chat. It's like, good morning, class. Good morning. Great game last night. Okay. All right. Steve, okay. I wonder how you found Sun Chaser Susan to put up there, buddy.
Came up right away, Bill. Came up right away.
By the way, put a pin in this one right here, Steve. If you walked into a New York deli, what type of sandwich would you order? Oh, boy. Well, you know what? Let's play around with that a little bit, but I can already tell you it's a piled high pastrami. Yeah, with some sauerkraut on there, toasted rye, okay? With a little bit of, melted Swiss cheese in there. Oh, Jesus.
I like to put the coleslaw right. I put coleslaw on it too. Like I stack it and just start going to town.
That's a beauty.
Oh, pastrami. Oh, yeah.
The kick last night. I mean, the Giants and the Patriots. Look, I'm a Giants fan, and I've stopped. You know, I'm doing a special taping tonight for Hot Mics with Andy Garcia in studio tonight at like 6 p.m. where Steve and I are going to have an evening event with Andy because he's editing all day his film, and then he's coming over. But if you watch Landman, you know Garcia plays heavily in this second season, and his first big episode was this past Sunday night. He plays Danny Morell, an investor of drug cartel money, but they need money. And so Billy Bob is resisting, but there we go. And he's just, God, Garcia at his best. He's so smooth. He's so easy to watch. For him, acting is absolutely effortless. So we've got him tonight. We've got the round of golf. We've got the renewal. We got a lot going on, Steve. I like to say that. I like it when we have a lot. But the game, I'm trying to avoid the game. The game last night was a giant shit show. And I was like, let me get caught up on Landman. I'm not even going to get sucked. Well, I watched the first 10 minutes. It's 10-0. You see Jackson Dart get absolutely hammered running north to south. This is the biggest hit. He goes sailing into, it's like careening off the field, almost into the stands. He got hit so hard. And then Younghoe Koo, who is a kicker, I think we found in a parking lot somewhere. The most embarrassing moment. I've said to people, I don't think this season could get more embarrassing for the Giants. And then Younghoe Koo lines up this field goal. Look at this. And, you had one job, bro. You have one job. You have to get that foot. Look at Jackson Dart goes, oh my God. I swear to God, I know that would never happen to me, even in the scariest of situations as an NFL kid. That's embarrassing. It just.
I was worried about your Giants.
I think you got to fire the GM for that.
The Patriots were mauling them all over the field.
Mauling.
It was. I mean, I sort of enjoyed it.
Let me ask you this. Would you have ever thought at this point in this season, the Chicago Bears would be number one in the NFC North, that the Patriots would dominate the AFC East with 11-2, and the Broncos, right? In the AFC West. Can you believe that? The Broncos they're amazing. They've won the last 9 games, and they win all the tight ones.
It's good, though. It's good to see different teams in there. Sorry for your Giants, but it's good to see.
No, you're not.
I'm still trying to get over,
Steve, your mic's not on, according to.
Maybe it wasn't on before, but I think it's on now.
It's on now. Let me mic up, please, Steve. They're all going. They all want mics up.
Fair enough.
Steve.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay. Is Steve back? We want Steve back. We love Steve. Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's just the NFL is. I mean, yeah, Carol, you're with me, right? It's just an absolute shit show. God Almighty. So it's hard to tell. Someone reached out a little while ago. Yesterday, we did the whole show on Lane Kiffin. We did all hot mics yesterday on Lane Kiffin and his departure from Ole Miss to LSU. It's incredibly dramatic. He's the ultimate villain in college sports right now. It is sad that a head coach can lead his team to an amazing season, and because the transfer portal for the next season opens on January 1st, if you want a new head coaching job, you have to get into it, a month out at least in order to recruit your players. And that's exactly what's going on, and Lane Kiffin, I think Ole Miss understands that's just the nature of the beast as it is now. By the way, that totally needs to be fixed. College football is a total shit show that this would happen like this, that these kids can't finish out a season with their coach. It's a disaster. I can't believe they haven't fixed this. But, the fact that Ole Miss fans are just furious at the way he handled it. He was putting out all kinds of catnip and stuff on social media. Lane loves social media, but it was like Oxford is my home, all kinds of little things, and then when it got cold in Oxford, he put like, he made references to warmer weather, which of course is Florida. Florida was after him. He ultimately chose LSU, but people are pissed. And Oxford, Ole Miss, they also feel, these fans, that they rehabilitated him. He was kind of a boozy, misbehaving kind of, lost his way kind of guy, and he was resurrected at Ole Miss. You see how lean he got? Lean Kiffin, man. He got fit and handsome and quit drinking, and his ex-wife moved back to town. His family was happy. They were the ultimate, he was the most popular guy in the state. And then he just up and took off. So yesterday we did a whole show on hot mics. We had Joel Klatt on, who's, great Fox college football analyst and podcast host. And he was amazing, getting into really the fact that it's college football that's the shit show. And Lane Kiffin himself is just the face of it right now. Lane was a mess at USC. Yeah, so was Sarkisian, by the way. Something about USC. My daughter goes there now. They all party a little bit too much. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's such drama. And now there are all these, a friend of mine who lives down there, and she was getting her hair did at the salon in Oxford. And she's like, oh man, people are pissed. There's going to be stuff coming out about Lane. I mean, retribution is on down here. And it's hard to tell if these are real or not, but there's a whole bunch of texts and DMs. Polymarket put these out, allegedly from Lane's phone. If those are doctored, I don't know. I think they look real to me, and I know he loves the young chicks. He definitely dated Sally, hot Sally, who is in the alumni whatever department. There's almost every coach. I mean, I hate to do this. A lot of these guys are great, but many coaches, let's say, they always end up with some hot young 28-year-old from the alumni department or something. Why is it that these big, successful, winning, major coaches, and Joel Klatt told us, the NFL is not coach dependent. The NFL is quarterback dependent. And college football is coach dependent. These guys can really are the masterminds, and that's why they make so much money on the college level. But boy, why is it that everyone at that level, dips their wick in the young pond? I don't know. But all these things are coming out. They're going to go after him. If any young chick that's been, texted or DM'd by the head coach, those are likely coming out.
Bill, I think we touched on it yesterday a little bit, but I can't wait for people to go to town with Lane's daughter dating the linebacker.
Weeks, the linebacker for LSU.
I feel like that's going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and Lane's daughter announced that she was dating Whit Weeks. She hard launched on Instagram the week of the LSU game. That's just gangster stuff right there. What's going on with that? They need to pay those boys. You mean the players? The college players? They're all getting paid. But they're getting paid here's the difference. So Lane Kiffin, why would he go to LSU? First of all, there's so much here. Lane Kiffin, I don't think he had any realization that Ole Miss would be as good as they are, even as good a coach as he is, and there's no better offensive play caller than Lane Kiffin in college football. He's the best. He's also really good at working the portal. And last year, he only had 2 returning players as starters for the Ole Miss Rebels. And he goes into the portal and puts together, a guy from here, a guy from there, He puts together an ultimate winning machine and then leads Ole Miss to its best record ever, 11-1. And now they make the playoffs. I think he thought in the back of his mind, we'll put together a decent team. We'll have a solid run, but it'll be over. And we won't make the college football playoff. And I'll be able to announce at the right time, I'm going to LSU. Well, they win. And so he has to make the announcement that he's leaving them high and dry when they need him most. And that's not his fault. That's the fault of the NCAA. It just is. How do you have a portal for the next season, transfer portal, open up on January 1st, and then a week later have the national championship game? So you've got both coaches on the sidelines right there who are drafting players or trying to recruit players from the opposing team while they're playing them. Hey, nail that guy. And hey, by the way, come to my school. I mean, it's the craziest thing. There's no loyalty. I watched Eli Manning play year after year at Ole Miss. We'd go down there, our kids would, they'd get to see each year he got bigger and better and, grow within the institution. I don't know. Doesn't it affect fan loyalty? Like the guy that you're cheering for is gone to your enemy the next year. He doesn't give a shit about your school. He's there for money. This is business. But yet they keep rah, this is our, I don't know. It used to be sweeter than the NFL. And now it's all one thing. I don't understand the difference between college football and the NFL. The money's going to catch up. So there you go. Is your hair really that great? I don't know. Well, maybe not. You decide. But look, it's big. I don't know if it's great. It's just big and gray and all that stuff. Yeah. I'd rather have it, though. I once asked Jesse Metcalf, who played on Real Housewives, the Desperate Housewives. He was the hot gardener back when he was really popping. I said, would you rather have a big or a full head of hair? He said, dude, the hair every time. I said, I'm really glad to hear that. I love watching Arch Manning play here in Texas. Yeah, you know how much NIL money he gets? $5 million, Joy. That guy gets a $5 million check. So what Lane Kiffin is walking into at LSU is a huge bank account. I mean, LSU probably has $36 million available next year for NIL to pay these guys. So that's a bunch of linemen. Hey, here's $1 million. Walk in the door. Okay, Big Bubba from wherever he is from South Florida is going to be like, okay. And here he comes. So Ole Miss is a portal school. They can work the portal on January 1st. LSU is a portal and recruiting school. They can go, everyone from Dallas to the Panhandle wants to play at LSU. And they have what's called the Tiger Athletic Fund, which is these huge donors that give tons and tons of money because winning is everything. And they don't give a shit if they have to get out of a contract early with a coach. They'll do it. Pay them off. Get out of here. Who cares? Brian Kelly, here's your check. Get out. This is all about winning. The guy that owns Raising Cane's, Todd Graves, the chicken fast food, he said $20 billion is his net worth. $20 billion. So in monthly dividends, that's more money than you could, it's compounding money. Like, he just gives tons to the Tiger Athletic Fund. And Ole Miss doesn't have that donor class. It's tough. Texas, LSU, OSU, these schools have all the money. They've got to fix this. They got to regulate it. They got to move that transfer portal back, and they got to put in a salary cap. Just saying. Tomorrow on Hot Mics, stick with me on the sports thing. It's just so fun. And always everything we do, it kind of holds up a mirror. I try to hold up a mirror to our culture all the time. What does it say about us, right? In everything we do. Who are we? And so we'll do that tomorrow. We have, I believe we have someone who was right in the middle of leading one side of that negotiation. It's dramatic. I'm interested. 50 Cent versus Diddy. Oh my God, you guys. This is getting so ugly. There's a new documentary coming out on Netflix. 50 Cent is the executive producer, creator. He's like got his name all over it. This guy lives to troll Diddy. And Diddy is pissed off from behind bars. He's now at Fort Dix Penitentiary in New Jersey. He's pissed off at Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, and 50 Cent. Of course, he's calling it a shameless hit piece. And what it features is never before seen footage of Diddy taken right before he was arrested, September 2024. He's in the hotel. He's on the phone stressing out. Yo, we got to get heavy hitters in here. We're losing this battle, all this stuff. And all of that is illicit. And Diddy's like, how the hell did he get a hold of it? 50 Cent is dedicated. I mean, have you ever had an enemy in your life that you're dedicated? Did you dedicate years to taking someone down or getting even with someone or trolling them? I mean, this is why, by the way, this is why 50 Cent actually has a great affinity to Donald Trump. He loves Trump, and Trump asked him to, perform at the inauguration. He didn't do it at the time. Snoop did. But 50 loves Trump. He's got gangster qualities. And look what he's done. He's put in all these prosecutors who aren't prosecutors. These two hot girls, Lindsay Halligan, a federal prosecutor in Virginia, and Alina Habba, a U.S. attorney in New Jersey. Neither of them have prosecutorial experience, and they're in there only to take down his enemies. It's wild to be so committed to that. But 50 has got big balls, and I'm here for it, says Carol. He does. He has Trump-sized balls. And Diddy is super pissed off. Diddy's already attracted attention, by the way, from prison officials. You'll be glad to know he threw Thanksgiving for 1,000 guys in there. That's how you protect your ass. Feed them up some good turkeys and pay for the whole thing and make sure you don't get your ass kicked. Or worse, he also, remember, got drunk on homemade alcohol. Yo, man, he's got to party. He loves to party. Anyway, he's violated a few rules in there, but he's made friends with all that. Turtle Boy and Karen Reed should get drunk on a stream together. I don't think that's a good idea. Karen needs to stay very sober and focused on the massive task at hand. Hey, wish you can get 50 on the hot mics. So I'm after it, man. I am all over that. I'm trying hard. I know him well. I have his text. It says read. It says delivered. But he has not responded. And his publicist, Amanda, is awesome. She's cool. So I'm trying to work the two of them. Can you see it? Curtis Jackson, Amanda Ruizi. Oh, just get on that if we can. Yeah, Bill Bush, I would like to know what type of car do you drive? Is this a bot?
I think so.
Is that a bot? Hey, Bill Bush. It's always Hey, Bill Bush and something like that. You got to look at the, yeah, I don't know if that's a real person. I don't think that is. But it's coming from that same account. It doesn't feel, Hey, Bill Bush. But hey, bot, I drive a Ford Pinto, okay, 1976. And it's got a hole in the floorboards, and I run my feet on it like that. Just like my friend Fred, who's my neighbor on this side of the house, and then my other neighbor, Barney. Hey, Bill Bush, I'm not a bot. No, Bill Bush. Okay, then try calling me something other than Bill Bush. Screw 9447. You're a bot. We're calling you out. You are a bot. Okay. Hey, we have matching cars. Karen, there's Karen. Karen, you're very interesting. Karen is we got Karen. She's up the street. I think she's up in Northern Virginia. Who's following Luigi Mangione? What the hell is going on with these people? They're still out there chanting for Luigi every time he has a hearing. And is he that hot? Is Luigi Mangione that hot? I don't know. Who's taking care of his unibrow in prison? I hope he's got a good trimmer down there. Just to zing the middle. You got to zing the middle. So in New York State, Luigi faces 9 felony counts, including second-degree murder, which carries a possible 25 years to life in prison. That's New York State alone. His defense attorneys, right now, they were in court yesterday. They're battling prosecutors over evidence recovered in his backpack at the time of his arrest. His notebook, a silencer. I mean, you know, what student doesn't carry a silencer? A 3D printed handgun that prosecutors say, obviously, Mangione used to conduct the killing of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. Luigi's attorneys argued that police searched the backpack before obtaining a warrant. So they're not arguing what's in the backpack, but just that you searched it without a warrant, and therefore the evidence should be excluded from the trial. They also are seeking to toss out statements made by Luigi himself during the arrest, arguing that you hadn't read his Miranda rights yet, so anything he had said is inadmissible. So basically a giant hearing on technicality, trying to make some advancements on behalf of Luigi based on technicalities. Okay, whatever. Luigi also has charges in Pennsylvania, as you know, and then he's got the federal death penalty charges. I mean, I'm for the death penalty on Luigi, hot Luigi. And all these people, several people again at this latest hearing yesterday outside, free Luigi, free Luigi. Why? Why would we free Luigi? For shooting a man, a father, dead in the back because you don't like the way he runs the insurance company. Sorry. I think Luigi needs to be face the death penalty. That's my feeling. Absolutely, that was an assassination of someone who didn't deserve it. You took a father away from his children just because you disagree with the father. Yeah. Insurance company practices, are they meeting every claim the way they should? Impossible. How do you glorify exactly who are these people? Who are these kids? The worrisome part is they're all young. I mean, it's like the Charlie Kirk, murderer. They're all young. And you can't assign a reason for any of this because it's all just unforgivable. But, the affordability crisis is a real thing. Kids are pissed. I mean, what we've done, our generation, to just with this massive wealth gap, every kid is freaking out. Like, how in the world do I make a living? How do I own a home? How do I do any of that? It's terrible. Of course, there's no reason for any of this shit, but it's terrible. Mary loves Landman. You're talking about Andy Garcia in Landman. Yeah, we have Andy tonight. He's a great friend and just a great guy. Such an easy hang. And by the way, one of the best joke tellers. Andy Garcia can tell a joke like you wouldn't. I'll get him to tell a few tonight if he knows any clean ones. That's always a big challenge. My dad said you get double credit for telling a clean joke, and they're harder. I might tell Andy and I on this podcast, Steve, tonight. Garcia and I are going to go. Let's each tell a massive joke.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to see if he can stand up with you.
I'm going to tell the Turkish towel. That's my father's favorite joke. It's very difficult to tell, but the payoff is massive.
Oh, this is big too. You're coming in with a declaration of the joke you're presenting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to tell the Turkish towel.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should we give Andy a heads up what's coming his way?
And I'm going to say it's mostly clean. The setting of the joke is a doctor's office, a sex therapist's office between a married couple, but it's a clean joke. I love Landman. Me too. Can we just say one thing about Landman? The only thing I'm struggling with is the act with the mom and the sister and the daughter. Ali Larter's character, Angie, and the daughter. I don't know what her name is because he keeps going, "Hey, babe." She's so attractive. They're both beautiful, stunning to watch, and they're always in yoga pants and little bikinis, and they've got them skimpily dressed. But it's a little over the top. You know what I mean? Like, a PMS fueled meltdown where your wife picks up a pasta bowl and hurls it against the wall and smashes it in pieces because no one said thank you or they weren't appreciative about the meal. I mean, I would walk that woman out. I don't care how hot she is. I'd walk her out the door and be like, get your crazy ass out of here. And the daughter she's that dumb. And they go to the nursing home and they just get old people drunk and they went back to that well again. I don't know. Like, I want to see an emotional moment. Ali Larter's a good actress. Don't just put her in these campy scenes. I know she's over the top and supposed to be that thing, but I'd like to see her have a little bit of a turn. When she walks into the room, I'm like, oh, what is this crazy woman going to do now? Oh my God. Yeah, it's not realistic, but that's Taylor Sheridan. Okay. Got it. Oh, look at Stacia right here. She's like, good morning, my loves. Driving, but listening. Love y'all. Just listening in the car. It's a radio show. It's a morning talk radio show for you. Mm-hmm. Love y'all. Love y'all too. Hey. Yeah, super psyched for Garcia. His characters, I texted Andy last night. I said, oh, can't wait to see you tomorrow, dude. I love that line. He says to Demi Moore's character, he goes, I'm an investor. And she goes, in oil? He goes, in people. Danny Morell. I said, he's simmering, but like a nubile well, he's going to burst. See you tomorrow, 6 p.m. He said, I said, can't wait. We got the thumbs up. This guy, ooh, what an actor. Okay. So much going on. I mentioned it earlier. Holy shit. I'm sorry, but these two lawyers, this is embarrassing, man. And I understand people attack me all the time on social media, anti-social media, as Al Michaels calls it, about, they say, whatever Trump does, you're so anti-Trump, you're so anti-Trump. No, I'm just pro-America, and I'm pro-decency, and I'm pro-honesty, and like, come on. I know that people who are ardent defenders of Trump, in no matter what, they don't want to give any ground, right? They don't want to admit, nothing. By saying he's done something terrible is saying that, you were wrong to support him. You weren't wrong to support him. He made some arguments that were pretty good. He stood up in an area that people were sick and tired of the regular way of doing things. But you have to admit that so much of what he's doing is wrong and evil and dishonest and grifting and cruel. A lot of it. You have to be able to say that. Why does everything have to be all or nothing? These two women that he's put in as, a federal prosecutor in Lindsay Halligan, who's a former beauty queen who just worked as a staffer in the White House, making her a federal prosecutor to go after Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, and James Comey. Like, this is laughable. She's not a prosecutor. And Alina Habba, another personal lawyer who's a U.S. attorney in New Jersey, she's been bounced, and they've appealed, and she's been bounced by a higher judge who said, no, you're not qualified. Get out of here. And the real qualified people are leaving because it's all minions that are coming in. And it's just, there's so much activity. There's such a flurry of activity that you just can't keep up. No, it's not great again. And we've got 3 more years of this craziness. There you go. I voted for him twice. And you were okay to vote for him, right? You wanted this change. You wanted this thing that was being sold. Okay. I get it. And the alternatives were horrible, right? Thanks, Democrats. So no problem. But now you have to acknowledge, this is like really wrong. And what happened in the Caribbean, right off of Venezuela, we bombed another cartel boat. And after the bombing, there's 2 survivors holding on to, the side of a boat. And the Navy circles back, goes back in, and bombs again to kill those 2 people. Anyone that's shipwrecked needs to be saved. That's, in the laws of war. And so taking them out is murder. And every Republican and Democrat, senator, congressman has kind of admitted that. The laws are clear. You can't do that. And yet, no, we're at war. We're at war. And those guys, what did the Navy say? Oh, those guys could have gotten out of the boat, and they could have gotten into another boat, and they could have gone, and they could have relaunched the whole organization. So we had to take them out. They were so dangerous. The 2 guys floating in the water are so dangerous. Anyway, it's just craziness. It's craziness. And you have to admit it. You do. Steve. Yeah, but see, this is the problem. Democrats still don't get it. Republicans still don't get it. The Republicans that support him don't get it. They feel attacked that, everybody in their heart of hearts, in their boobs, everybody in their boobs knows they don't want to give up ground politically because it's so charged and it's so competitive and it's all about power. But they know that there's so much dishonesty and grifting, and, this is not the America I love so much and want back. Can we just go to Sydney Sweeney? Can I say Sydney Sweeney? I'm sure she is lovely. I don't understand this. I don't understand how she's the Marilyn Monroe of today. I just don't. I don't get the mania, right? I don't understand it. I don't know what's in there. You know, the voice is like, "What's up? How are you, dude?" You know, it's like it's very Valley Girl and yeah, sweet. I'm sure. I don't. The obsession. I don't get. Does this really boil down to a specific physical feature, Steve? I mean, I'm not saying I don't know. But last night she's on Jimmy Fallon, and Fallon sometimes just comes off as just a fawning fanboy. Imagine Johnny Carson falling over somebody like this and just being silly. Okay.
A
Let's
fun
see.
little like TikTok video together.
Ooh. Did you?
I might have brought it. Yeah.
Ladies
I
and
might have
gentlemen,
brought
here
it.
we go. Sydney Sweeney, Amanda Seyfried performing a song from Mamma Mia. Take a look.
One night I was taking a walk along the river when I saw him together with a young girl, and the look that he gave her made her shiver, 'cause he always used to look at me that way.
Oh my goodness! You did it!
That like all my
Oh
dreams
my
came
God,
true.
you're so
all
good.
my dreams came true.
That's-
It was amazing.
that's
no,
a-
I'll play Mamma Mia, and my girlfriends and I, we were on a trip and we were in Africa, and I was playing the song, we were dancing on the beach, and I sent a video to Amanda, and I was like, "You're forever my icon. Like, I love her."
2 words, like and icon. It's just so, I feel like I'm listening to like my daughter's friends sitting around a room, and I would come in and go, "Hey guys, try to eliminate the word literally." Okay. Like, okay. Icon. Let's just get rid of these words. I know there's an affordability crisis and you all want good jobs and a bit. That's going to hold you back. It works for her, but try to eliminate those words from your vocab. Fallon is silly. He's just a fanboy. This is not late night television that I want. Imagine Johnny Carson just like, "Oh my God, she did a TikTok with Amanda Seyfried. Ah!" It's unmanly. It's unmanly. And I'm noticing across the board on our traditional television, we're losing manliness. Unmanly. I got to say it. Like, what are you literally saying? No, literally. Whenever someone says the word literally, it's so out of context. It's not where it belongs. It's used for emphasis. Bring back the real men, Jessica. What is a real man? Give me some qualities of a real man. What does a real man look like to you? In order. Do we give a top 3, a top 5 quality? What does he need to be first and foremost? Then what does he need to be? Then what would you like him to be? And let's say the world is perfect and wow, you could also get that. Maybe it's 4, right? You need him to be 2 things. You'd like him to be the 3rd thing. And hey, if everything's working in harmony and the universe is at your back, it would be great if he was also, and I'm not rolling out anything because I don't believe that's actually in there, but it might be. It might be. Some people are different. Just to get us started here, Felicity says, "You have good morals, Billy. We love you." Oh, thanks. I'm not perfect, by the way. I've had some tremendous fuck ups in my life. Real man. Confident. Okay. Confidence is, I think that's why some women like voted for Trump. He puts out a lot of confidence. That guy's not short on confidence. Handsome, family oriented, right there. Those three things. I think that's a nice one, Don. Thank you for launching that in there. We're just going for the wish list for man. Tall, dark, handsome. Okay, Steve, we're out. Give me some other ones, bud. Let's see. Billy, BDs don't matter. My ex had a micro, but he knew how to use it. A micro? I think the term for that is microphallus. A microphallus, they call it a microphallus. But you get the way the word flows is fantastic. Let's see. Respect. Yeah, must number one. Lindy from Brit. Respect, kindness, humor, and faithful. I have a friend who always sings that song. Oh, provider. Yeah, I don't think that just means money. I think that means, protector. Oh, somebody's been listening to my guy, provider and protector. You've been listening to Scott Galloway with me. Truthful. I like that. Funny. Evolving. Yeah, always kind of don't just sit there lump on a log watching football getting fatter. What are you doing to better yourself? I mean, how attracted would you be to a man who you called him and you're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm listening to this, trying to learn Spanish in the car. I've got a book on tape. I'm listening to, to Rosetta Stone right now. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I've got 45 minutes. You'd be like, what? Learning another language, you hot, sexy man, you. Evolving. Oh, I love that. Good morals, mostly conservative values. Okay. Takes care of his health. That's good. Loyalty, protector. Look at this one, Steve. Men have to be leaders, educated, loyal, and sober. Oh, I like that. You know what? We have to empower men to be leaders. Okay. I have to say, I mean, I'm not like overly crazy conservative, but I do believe we've smudged so many lines. It's kind of hard. Confidence, intelligence, humor, and sex appeal with charisma. Without charisma, I don't know how you have the sex appeal. The sex appeal is not just look. I think every woman will tell you the way someone looks and the way they're built does not create a sexual encounter. That doesn't, the way you feel in that person's presence, the way they make you feel, the way you feel secure, you feel safe, then things open up and your mind opens, your heart opens, all these things. But there's no way. I mean, I just don't know any woman. They're called prostitutes, I think, that say, okay, just let's do this right now. I think that's rare, right? I just do. Waves his freak flag unapologetically. Jackie, you are absolutely terrific. I gotta say it. Jackie is an animal. She's just so funny. Operate a shovel, a plunger, a set of tools. That's a very good point right there. A man needs to know what he's doing around the house, and I'm going to admit I could do better at that. Steve, for a while there, I've gotten a lot better now, but there was a few years living in this house where I didn't know where the fuse box was.
I believe it, kind of.
I have to say it. I mean, now I got it operating. I do everything now because mostly Sydney's not here to do a few things, but I left Sydney to do a few things like handle the. Where's the fuse box? This guy wants to know where the fuse box is.
I think your mom put you under pressure this weekend too.
Oh, my mom.
Yeah, she put you under a little bit.
Yeah, my mom came in here and just kicked my ass for 6 days. And she was like, where's the baking soda? Everyone needs, and where's the bath mats? And where's your silverware is horrible. Oh my God, we worked for 6 days. I felt like a 10-year-old boy. I had a chat with my therapist yesterday and I told him, I feel like a 10-year-old boy again. He's like, why? I'm like, my mom just kicked my ass for 6 days. And then I think she felt bad. She called me last night. She's like, hey, how's the house? Everything okay? I'm like, yeah. Yes. Thank mom.
I think your feelings were, I mean, I'll just say this. I'll just come out and say it. I think your feelings were a little hurt because you've done a lot of work on the house. It was looking good and mom came here. And I just kidding.
Billy, do you know how to change a key fob battery? Fuck no. Yeah, I do, of course. That's the question. My daddy, Turtle Boy, only figured it out recently. Your daddy? Are you Turtle Boy's son? Turtle Boy Clay? Are you little turtle? My husband loved and guided my 2 young boys because he loved me. You're saying that in the past. Did he pass away? And if so, I'm so sorry. Oh. Little turtle, a baby turtle, we love it. Nothing's sexier than changing a tire. Now that I can do and do quickly. Steve, come on. I'm a great tire changer. Oh, we coming back with a new name. Okay, so it's not a bot. Bill Butch. How come you have a key fob battery if you're driving a Ford Pinto from the 70s? Okay, this is a bot. This is listening to technicalities. I'm obviously not driving a Ford Pinto. I became from the 70s because there isn't a Ford Pinto from the 70s that would work today without a complete overhaul. Billy Bush, Lindsay had an abortion and Turtle Boy named the baby Clay. Oh, you guys are getting inside the region there. Bot the shithead. Okay, let's not attack the bot. I'm nice to flies. I'm nice to mosquitoes. Even
Let's not bully the bot.
I don't want to bully bots.
Let's not bully the bot.
You know what I mean? Get rid of the bot. How do we get rid of the bot? Get rid of the bot. He drives a gremlin. Bot, you need to fight for yourself. You're on the. You're out. Bot. Steve is trying to take credit for the bot. Steve, get rid of the bot.
Here we go.
We must. Yeah. Anyway. God, there's one other story I just keep seeing that bums me out. And when these young, like, child stars, it just gives me the creeps when these child stars get fucked up and go to jail and drink too much and alcoholics and domestic violence and all these things. And remember the guy that was dating what's her name? Hayden Panettiere. Like, what? She was such a great little actress. And then she got in with this terrible, abusive dude. And she's gone from she's just out of the picture. And then she tries to launch this, I'm back. And then, you're not. This guy, the kid who played Brad Taylor on Home Improvement. Zachary Ty Bryan. Home Improvement. What a sweet show. He was the oldest son of Tim Allen. Anyway, Lane County sheriffs up in Lowell, Oregon, responded to a reckless endangering call near this camping area. This was Saturday. They found this Zachary Ty Bryan in a pickup truck with his fiance, a woman named Johnny Faye Cartwright. God, that sounds like a documentary subject. That's not good. And their 3 small children. Zachary was booked on probation violation connected to his previous domestic violence conviction. He was denied bail. He'll be there until tomorrow. And when he can get out, she was arrested. Johnny was arrested too. The girl named Johnny, hit with 5 charges, including DUI, driving under the influence of intoxicants, 3 counts of reckless endangering. She tried to run him over. He got out of the car. She gunned it at him and he jumped out of the way and she went into a ditch, like wasted with 3 kids. This is so scary. God, it's just so sad. Just not well. You look at the guy and he's swollen. And I saw his TMZ video of him getting arrested for his DUI years ago. It just looks terrible. And you see the sadness and they're so trapped in this thing. It's like, how do you get this guy out, man? Come on. I just don't see a way out for him. You just feel like, ugh, Amanda Bynes, like that's another one. Oh my God, that's so hard. Yeah. Heart breaks for these kids that are dragged into what you have no business having kids. Ay. That's your job, man. Take care of them kids. All right. I've got to go and kick the ass of the CEO of LA Golf. I got to beat him. I'm I don't care what the renewal for sponsorship looks like. I like beating his ass in golf. Yes, I do. And I'm going to do it. I think he'll respect me more for doing what I have to do. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow's Wednesday. We got Andy Garcia tonight. I don't know if we're going to roll him out tomorrow. Not sure. I think we got a very
We're gonna
exciting
hold that
guest
one.
on that front. Let me just check to see if they've responded. Hopefully we'll get 50 Cent lined up. Get some stuff going. Uh-oh. Sometimes you get bad news. Who cares? Not devastating news. It's just a leave. Wait.